I'm gonna take you guys over here because I want to show you some Final Destination shit. So if you ever seen the movie Final Destination, if you haven't, it was like this series of movies. They're pretty cheesy, but basically people were dying like these horrific deaths, and they couldn't they're basically showing that you can't stop death. Death's gonna come for you, regardless of what you do. But the way they would die, they'd always have these freakish accidents and things like that. So this to me was about a close call for me as far as a Final Destination moment. Like, this is something where this could have happened, and very realistically could have happened. So the one thing I never liked about this tractor was the roof, and I didn't make this. They put it on and thought, hey, it's a nice roof to protect you from the sun. I get the idea, and it works for that, but the reality of it is I just never really like it because it's heavy steel. I mean, it's thick, but it's heavy. And so, this is 1/4-inch steel right here, okay, this whole plate. So the roof is made out of plate steel. It's like, a 1/4-inch thick plate steel. I mean, talk about overkill. And so the roof is made out of that. That thing weighs about 100 pounds, I'm guessing. 1/4-inch steel plate weighs about 10 pounds per square foot, roughly. That I just know that off the top of my head. So I'm going to guess it's about 100 pounds for this. And then, of course, you got this pipe here, which these are different thicknesses, actually. So to get to the point here, whoever did this up here did not have their settings done right on their equipment, because these welds are shit up here. And the welds over here are completely shit. And, I usually won't be too mean to people that are welding, but I can look at something and tell that it wasn't done well. So this right here was not welded very good. It was almost tack welded to this. It was a really weird way to weld this. But this is what's holding this thing up here. This weld used to hold this. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So you go from top to bottom, okay? These front posts are mounted to these little brackets here that are kind of, they swivel, they have some movement to them. So this moves up and down. So this has some give to it. These back here don't have any give. These are welded straight to the frame of this tractor. And I think that is the problem in itself. So the way this was welded, the weld here broke, okay? Now, I don't know how long this has been broke. It could have been like this for a while. I do recall a couple times hitting some bumps, because the reason I don't like this roof is because when you hit bumps on this tractor, this thing just is like boom, and it makes like these loud noises. And I'm assuming one of those booms was what had happened here. Is like, I think this weld cracked and it broke off, okay? And now you can see all it is it's just resting on the edge of this little bolt that's sticking out here, or this pin that's holding this thing in place here. And so all this has to do is just get bumped off, and it's going straight down to the ground, okay? And so if you do the math, if I'm sitting in that seat right there, and this is going to go straight down, and my head's comes up to about here. I got a pretty long torso as it is. So I'm sitting up here, my head, I'll get in here now, hope I don't die, but I won't be grabbing on. See, I used to just grab onto this thing and pull myself up. Now I'm afraid to do that. So I'm sitting in the tractor here. Yeah, I don't have that much clearance from my head. It's really pretty close. So here's what would have happened. I'm guessing if I were to play this out. Like, I wish I had one of those computers to do one of those. Have you ever seen those forensic files where they do those the older ones where they would do the computer animations of what they thought happened on the crime, and it were really hilarious. Like, if you watch it, they're just funny. I mean, the crimes weren't funny, but man, they were freaking hilarious. It'd have some computerized dude sitting in a chair, and then like this, just really terrible graphics of this like club hitting the guy in the head or something. But it'd be cool if I could have made one of these for these, and just like me sitting in the tractor and then just this thing falls down, and then my head's right there and just crushes my skull. Basically what I think would have happened was, at bare minimum, I would have got a really bad concussion and possibly a neck injury out of this. Worst case scenario, you know, could have been all she wrote. So because that one there, I haven't even showed you the other side. You can see, like I said, it's gonna fall straight down, just enough to crack my head on that thing. And on this side, this is what really scared me. This piece has snapped. You see that? And that's not even a welding issue. That's snapped. And the reason that snapped is because all the weight was on this. Now, if that can snap this, okay, this shows you how heavy this thing is. Because if this pipe can snap like this, okay, and let me show you how thick this thing is. Let's take a look-see over here. You see how thick that is? Folks, that is 1/4 inch thick pipe, okay? This is some thick shit right here. As you can see here, it did not go as planned, and I almost had a really bad day. Luckily, it didn't hit me in the face. So that is all she wrote, folks, and boy, I gotta tell you, that was one pain in the ass. You saw the video. It was not fun. This thing is just heavy, and whatever possessed them to put 1/4 inch thick steel sheet on top of this as a canopy, I will never know.